Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Hey, no, it's been over a month since this playthrough has resumed, and resume it shall, starting tonight, because we're at the part of the game I detest the most. It's all optional, to be fair, just to beat the game. All you gotta do is, at this point in time, after you finish all the Shadow Mario missions, episode 7 at each level, you gotta head to Corona Mountain and beat the game. That's all you gotta do. Everything else, getting all 120 shine sprites is completely optional, but fuck me, is this such a pain in the ass. And now we're at the point of the game where I'm going solo for the next couple of parts. It's like 8 parts, because it's like every level is getting their own video. I'm going after all the blue coins in each level and all 100 coins for that shine sprite in particular. So before I head into the Q&A part of this, I asked you guys to leave me questions in part, I think it was 25. Last I remember, it might have been, I don't know. It was about to go. I asked you guys to leave me questions to answer them because, 8 parts of nothing but blue coins and 100 coin missions, I mean, it's not very visually interesting. And you know what? A lot of you guys may just be using this as background noise. Don't blame me if you don't, because this is pretty much how every video is going to be formatted. I'm going to show you the episode I'm going in to get some blue coins specifically, then I'm going into other episodes to get blue coins you can only find in those levels specifically, because Sunshine is just that wonderful when it comes to that sort of shit. And then I'll end things off with a 100 coin mission, which I am showing not entirely in full, but a good chunk of it to show you guys a good spot to get coins and all that sort of thing. So just a brief explanation to like the 3 of you who never played Sunshine, maybe you need some context of what's going on here. So there is a form of currency in this game known as the blue coins. They were in Super Mario 64. They gave you 5 coins. They were wonderful because they helped you get the 100 coin missions, the stars you got in each world. In this game, they're a separate currency. They don't add to your coin count at all. They're just something you collect. You get a save prompt each and every single time, giving them a little more importance here. And you need to essentially collect all of them to get the shine sprites you can get with them, because there is a house that I don't know if I showed it off in an earlier playthrough, but there's a house right next to Rico Harbor, or these tanukis, or these raccoons. They'll give you a shine sprite for each 10 blue coins you collect. You can get a total of 24 shine sprites from them, meaning there are 240 blue coins scattered throughout the entire game. It is a pain in the ass because some of the coin placements are so obnoxiously cryptic that there's no fucking way in hell you're gonna get some of these without consulting a guide. And consulting a guide is what I did for a good chunk of these. Some of these I knew by heart because this is not the first time I have 100% Sunshine. Who knows, maybe later down the road may not be my last, knowing how down out of my luck I am with Mario games, but this game in particular. But 240 blue coins, like, god damn, that, I don't know, man, it's just like, collecting shine sprites is supposed to be fun and varied, and it's a scavenger hunt. It's a goddamn scavenger hunt throughout every single level, and it's just not fun. I don't feel a sense of accomplishment when I grab a blue coin. I just grab it, it adds to my count, okay, there you go, Again, to be fair, it's all optional, because the amount of shine sprites you need to get to the end game, unlike Mario 64, is completely meaningless. As long as you complete episode 7 of every single level, that unlocks the final area, and that's how you can beat the game. So, I don't know. Maybe there was supposed to be a point for blue coins besides shine sprites, It would have been nice if you unlocked something for, like, maybe Flood, or increase Mario's abilities or some other shit. Give me incentive for going after these besides the golden things I've already been collecting by, just completing stages normally. So, here's another thing here, because this is entirely the John show for, like, the next couple of parts. I'm gonna pay a little tribute here to my Super Mario Sunshine review. You can find it over Johnny versus Super Mario Sunshine on my main channel. Some call me Johnny. I appreciate if you tune in. I got 2 bottles of beer with me on this side. A Golden Monkey. Golden Monkey doesn't sound very doesn't like a very captivating beer, but I think this shit fucks me up really fast, because I believe it has like a 9.5 alcohol by volume. Yeah, 9.5% alcohol by volume, which means it'll fuck you up real fast. And I only have 2 bottles here. I'm gonna start drinking this, starting this part, and as the parts go along, because I'm recording a lot of these at once, answering your questions. And, well, the first sip is to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for a little wait, but this one's for you. You wanna take a swig of beer? Ooh, yeah, the first one's always a bit bitey. Alright, and so it begins. Bianco Hills. What do I think about the stage? I mean, it's the first stage. Blue coins aren't that hard to find. You just look for the painted M's. Any area that might look suspicious, X's on the walls. They summon blue coins from the other side. You gotta make a mad dash to the blue coin and then spray the other X to get the blue coin on the other side. Because you're pretty much like doing a lap in that small little level right there. It's just... Yeah. Either way, first level, it's not too much of a struggle. 100 coins aren't too much of a struggle either. For the 100 coin missions, I'll be showing you guys what episode I'm going to for the best results, because there are some episodes where it's impossible to get 100 coins because the level design changes or the focus of the level changes, and you don't get as many coins as you would in like episode 3 or 4 and whatnot. And hopefully, I wouldn't use this series of videos as a guide. There are plenty of other YouTube videos like that, but it should give you a good idea of how exactly I'm handling this for the rest of the game. So what say we start with the questions here. I'm gonna scroll all the way down here because there's a lot here in the last part. Alright, so here we get a question here from, say, TT Territory Wolf Monk. That's a badass fucking name, I like that. Why does the red, blue, and gray boxes have what seems to be poop emojis on them? Well, they're not actually poop emojis, they're Professor Egad's face from Luigi's Mansion. He's the designer of the paintbrush that Bowser Jr. uses. And, you know, I guess he's doing his own little thing. I never understood exactly how Bowser Jr. got his hands on, like, an EGAD device, an invention. I mean, I guess EGAD is just, like, working for the highest bidder. You know, science doesn't, you know, fund itself, so he's got to take buyers and investors from all sorts of angles, good or bad. So, I don't know, I guess Bowser just got him a paintbrush from EGAD Industries for Christmas one year and used it to cause havoc and pretty much kickstart this entire fucking game. Thanks, EGAD, you piece of shit. Alright, let me see here. Nevi M. Are people not supposed to help out or something? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I use that 2 ways. One is, because I see a few questions here asking, did you know that you can drain the water by entering and exiting Corona Mountain? Rest assured, I do know now. And apparently I knew that since the Nintendo-thon playthrough I did a couple of years back for charity, where I pretty much marathoned Super Mario Sunshine for 19 hours, 100% in the game. But see, the thing is, I think by the time I got to Corona Mountain, I was delirious. And I don't remember that playthrough. Like at all. Because again, I was playing for like 19 hours, and before that 19 hours, I was up for maybe, I was up for some time before then, and it was easily over 24, 25 hours after the entire game was done. So you can still find it on Hellfire Commentaries, I think. If not, you could probably catch a highlight video of it somewhere. I got like 20 different like highlight channels that just take shit that we post and just cut it up into bits. It's fine, just don't put ads on it. Cause that shit ain't yours. Let me see here. Swan19 is asking me what's my favorite sandwich to eat. I love roast beef. I can't get enough of roast beef sandwiches. There's a place down in Redden Terminal Market here in Philadelphia. It's called Tommy DeNick's. And I tell you, it has some of the best roast beef sandwiches you'll ever eat. Like, it's gotta be hot. Like, I don't mind cold roast beef sandwiches, but it's gotta be hot. And Tommy DeNick's, especially with that sharp provolone, you don't need anything else on it. It's just bread, roast beef, and sharp provolone. It is the, I don't say breakfast of champions because I don't have roast beef sandwiches in breakfast. But it is king. It is a meal fit for a king for like under $10. And you get a lot of meat in that shit too. blue coins and birds. This is fun. Yeah, I'm a dick. I'm just roaming around shooting birds with a water gun. You know, you do that in real life and you're an asshole. And I don't think birds often drop currency. They do, however, drop flash grenades. Let's see, Wayne Ultrex is asking, what is your favorite Mario game and favorite Pokemon? Well, that's pretty easy. Now, favorite Mario game, I separate that into two categories. For 2D Mario games, it's still Super Mario World. I love that game to death. I know a lot of it. Might be just a nostalgia. That game's been out since '91. You're gonna tell me out of all the Mario games that have been released since then, you're still harkening back to an SNES game, a launch title SNES game at that? Come on, man. Get with the times. No, it's just that I still think Mario World to this day is so structurally solid that it doesn't give me, I don't know, I just like playing it. I love playing it because I always have a good time with it. I'll tell you though, playing that game without the cape in any form or fashion, as I found out when I did the Mario Mania stuff for the Extra Life event earlier in the year, that game is pretty fucking difficult without using the cape. Well, I don't mean just like using the cape by flying over shit. I mean just using the cape to slow your jumps down, you know, and spinning enemies and all that sort of shit. When you just have to use the bare essentials or maybe the Firefly all over the place and just Yoshi, yeah, that game sneaks up on you, and especially if you ignore switch policies. But I kind of found that interesting. It was a nice. I haven't played the game in that way in so many years that it was like an entirely new experience for me, and one I'm kind of glad that I experienced. Now, my favorite Pokemon, everybody knows the answer to this one. It's Raichu from Generation 1, the evolution of Pikachu. Don't get me wrong, I think Pikachu's just fine. Yeah, it's a cute little bastard. But I don't know, I always thought Raichu just looked cooler, and I don't think Raichu gets enough recognition as its, you know, pre-evolved counterpart. It's adorable, I get it, but so is Raichu. What's not to love about Raichu? And I love Alolan Raichu too from Sun and Moon. I love how it's psychic and electric type too. And I love how you can surf on its tail. And it loves pancakes especially too. I mean, it's an adorable little fucker. I love him. I knew they said King. Alright, so Daryl Green, Oathkeeper Rocks is 99. I know this is more of a response to what we said in the video, but it's a question, so it counts. So you knew we were talking about Kingdom Hearts when it comes to NPCs being inside a town, but you're asking, are they really necessary? Yes. I totally think that if you're going to have hub worlds of any sense, or a world based on, like, located inside civilization, having them full of people actually makes them, you know, feel alive, makes them feel livid, makes them feel, you know, it's just, it's really weird in this game and in Kingdom Hearts case. Well, no, this game does it better than Kingdom Hearts because the pinatas are everywhere, and if it's not pinatas, it's Nokis or whoever else I'm missing. But if you're in a town, in a video game or not, and you're doing all this shit, and you're just like, there's nobody here. It's like, is this a ghost town? No, because I see plenty of people in like the plaza talking to me, but then I'm in another part of the town, there's nobody here. It's just so jarring. And the reason why I get Kingdom Hearts shit for that is, Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically as well, is just that, you know, from the movies they're based on, there's supposed to be a lot of people here. Like, Mulan, the palace. That place is bustling with activity, and then you go to Kingdom Hearts and it's like, where the fuck is everybody? It's completely empty. There's no townspeople here at all. And when there's no townspeople, I don't really give a shit about what happens to that world. It's like, oh no, the town's on fire, it's being destroyed. Well, it looks like nobody lives here anyway, so why should I give a shit? You know, it's like the people are already up and gone a long time ago, so they're ahead of the curve. I think NPCs are a necessity just to have a world feel alive. That's really all I'm asking. Cosmic Time Lord is asking me, why do I consider Vice City to be the best, even when there's San Andreas? Well, Vice City, I feel is... No, I'd say Vice City was the best. I said Vice City was my personal favorite. You see, that's a subjective opinion. I mean, you can argue objectively San Andreas is better. That's fine, but... I didn't finish San Andreas because, I don't know, I think by the time I got to San Andreas, I was burnt out. from Grand Theft Auto because I played the hell out of 3. That was the first Grand Theft Auto game I ever played. I loved it. And then I played Vice City immediately afterwards, and I fell in love even more with that game. I just love the 80s setting. I just love the films it was paying homage to. And oh wow, I put a lot of hours into that game too. It's not Melee or like Resident Evil 4 kind of hours, but I did play a lot of it. By San Andreas, I got maybe 4 hours in, and I don't know, it just wasn't. I just wasn't feeling it like Vice City did. Maybe, structurally it was about the same. There was more to do. There was more to see. It was a much larger world. I just didn't feel compelled enough to do the stuff I did in Vice City. But again, that might have just been burnt out. Maybe later down the road, if I were to look at the series for a review or something like that, or maybe a Let's Play, whatnot. Because I'd love to tackle the Grand Theft Auto series, sure. Then maybe I'll give it another shot and see what I'm missing. But as of now, Vice City is still my top tier Grand Theft Auto game. Ugh. That was more froth. Okay, Gimpy's asking here, do you guys have any tattoos or plans for tattoos in the future? Gotta say no. I was never a tattoo guy. Yeah, my family, my mom especially, and my dad, Mark, they got tattoos. They love their tattoos, and that's fine. I personally, nah. And it's not for this stupid, pretentious reasons like my body is my temple. I won't let anyone touch it. It's more like, nah. Well, first off, tattoos are expensive. Even for a small, dainty one, that shit goes like $80, $90, because that artist is taking a lot of time to ink through your skin, and they need concentration, and it's a pretty delicate task. I understand the prices, but it's more like shit. And secondly, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of sitting down in a chair and getting poked with a needle for 3 or 4 hours. I know it's over before you know it if you're in constant pain, but it was just never my idea of a good time. So yeah, I mean, I probably will never get a tattoo. I just know I have no interest in them. Anyway, that's the end of Mario Sunshine Bianco Hills. Blue coins, 100 coins. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next part. I'm gonna take another swig of Golden Monkey here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Rico Harbor.